drinking Tony's Iron Tonic.
Well, hello there people, and welcome back. Obviously I'm Tony and this is my Iron Tonic. Now I'm showing you my first cast just so you know that I pulled out absolutely nothing on my first go, which sometimes disheartens you, but as you can see as we go through the video, you'll see we had what I can only describe as a weird and wonderful day. So yeah, please get involved. Let's have a good old gossip. Put some comments down and I'll gladly reply to you. So yeah, this one here we've pulled out obviously what looks like a pair of kids or even maybe an adult's set of pussycat ears headband. Now the only reason I'm saying disc 1 is because as we go through the video you'll see this next one obviously is either some wife has clattered her husband and just chucked it in the canal, or it's come off a canal boat. Yes, we have a saucepan lid. My apologies there as we were taking the lid off. Bit of dirt got on the lens, but I wasn't aware of it until we were doing this video edit. So this one is disc number 2. Now we've got the mainstay and what is a truly classical find. Yep, it's a vape. We're magnet fishing now, baby. These are a little short and sweet, but disc 3. Next we have a wonderful piece of British significance, disc number 4. And you're not gonna believe this, but out comes disc number 5. Yep, you might get bored of me saying the word disc, that's all I'm going to say. So this here, we've got a small piece of wire, not sure what that is. As you can see, got a little gun. It's not real, it's a children's cap gun. As I turn it around you can see the red down the actual barrel. So yeah, luckily the police did not have to be called. Just a kid's cap gun, that's all it was. And then disc number 6. Yes, I'm probably going to end up sounding like a checkout at the post office or something like that. There's disc number 7, checkout number 7. But yeah, so I'm going to come, as quickly as I can with some of these casts. We have a metal ball, too big to be a ball bearing, I would have thought, but yeah, big ball that was. Now we have disc number 8, closely followed in the next cast by disc number 9. Yep, disc number 9. I'd like to know what all these discs are. If you know, or if you've got some ideas, make sure you put them in the comments as I pull out discs number 10 and 11. Yeah, so I want to know what these discs are. I've put it in my local Facebook group and people seem to think that they're Roman coins, but trust me, they're not Roman coins. So here we've got a small shard and some bent piece of metal, but nothing exciting as this cast here, which happens to be disc number 12. As you can see, they're all different shapes and sizes so far, some small, some medium. So yeah, next cast we pull out what is a solid and looks like obviously rusted because the hole is pretty much seized up, but it is a nut. And disc 13, unlucky for some. And if it's unlucky for some, it means you've turned this video off by now because you're fed up with the word disc. But get used to it, because it's going to happen, because there's disc 14. So, next one. You're not going to believe this, but it's not a disc. Well, it is. But it isn't, if you know what I mean. But here we go. This one here, we have a cluster of discs. We have got disc 15, 16, 17, and disc 18. So yeah, on this one as well, going good. If you like the word disc, then this is the show for you, baby. So we've got discs number 19, 20, and another nut. So this one here, we have got discs galore. Discs galore. So we've got disc 22, a very, very large disc. Disc 23. Look at this, another big clump. Another big clump. So we've got disc 23, disc 24, disc 25, disc 26, disc 27, a fishing lure, a metal casing for something, couldn't tell you, it was that rusted, that I couldn't move anything, so I couldn't tell you what it was a casing from, but it does look like it's a casing for something. And finally, disc 28. So yeah, this here is another barrel of discs. As you can see, some of them have all fused together, so you might look like I'm only pulling one item off, but they're all together. So this here is the top off a chimney by the looks of it, maybe off the narrow boats, the canal boats, their chimneys. That's the top of their some kind of coil. And then we have discs number 34, 35, 36 fused with a bit of coil, disc 37, and a small ball bearing. So again, I will reiterate, if you don't like the word disc, then turn this off now, because we have got plenty more to go. So there's a small piece of a coil, we have disc 38, and we have disc 39, and then some rectangular chunk, and then discs 40, 41, 42, 43. The word disc, I've lost the count. Help me out, people. I've lost the count. So here we have a knife, pretty nasty looking knife to be honest, but then we've got disc 45, 46 and disc 47. It's yeah, it's pretty intense. I got sick and tired of saying the word disc as well, to be honest, while I was doing this voiceover, but I've got to go with the flow. So here we've got a small triangular bar, a clump, and then you're not going to believe this, disc 48, and underneath what seems to be a bag, disc 49. So this next pull, interesting one to be fair, most interesting one we've had for a while if you're honest, but there we go. What looks like an old-fashioned iron, wooden handle. So yeah, nice little find that one. But along with that, we've also got disc 50, half a century baby, disc 51, and disc 52, and disc 53, along with a small piece of the coil and a clump. Oh, and disc 54. Thought I'd missed it. No, I didn't. Next one. This. Yeah. This. Here we go. Small clump. Disc 55. 57. Ah, see? There's 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. And 65. Yeah. I can understand your pain, people. I can understand your pain. But there's 66 and 67. It's getting there. So here we have a kid's scooter. Possibly, I would say, I'm going to go down the route and say girls. Yeah, because it's pink. Don't want anybody else saying anything. Keep your views and your opinions to yourself if you don't mind. So yeah, but we've got disc 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. Oh, bloody discs. This one here, disc 73, disc 74, and a chunk of metal. So something a little bit different on this one. Giving it a shake, cleaning it off just so that we can see disc 75, 3/4 of the way there, people, and a couple of bolt caps as well. This one was a bit disappointing, really. This is disc number 76. So here, what have we got? Yep, little shake. Get rid of the stuff. But we've got disc 77, 78, 79, 80, and a small clump. So, is it getting boring now? I can understand. But I truly carried on because I wanted to know what these discs were. 81, 82, and another clump. So this here was probably, I don't know, maybe my 50th, 60th cast, but we have a fork and a so what have we got here? So yeah, I did have a little dining room knife, but I dropped it, tried to retrieve it with the old drop and drag, and ended up with that large clump. So here is our next set of discs if you'd missed them. So yeah, we've got a bit of a clump there, and we've got disc 86, 86. No, no, 84 and 85, I think. Like I say, I've lost count. Let's go with 84 and 85, yeah? And then we'll call this 86 and 87. Yeah, that works for me. And as they used to say back in the day in the bingo halls across the UK, number 88, two fat ladies. Obviously, we're not allowed to do that anymore because of the woke movement and Karens. It's no longer politically correct to have fun while playing bingo. So here we have disc 89. So again, this one here is 90 and 91. If you feel like you've counted these discs and I've got a different number, then you've got to let me know, because while I was recording this, I was, yeah, anyway. So discs 94 and a small piece. And we're getting closer to that magical number. Obviously, it's not really a magical number, is it? Come on, let's be honest. But yeah, discs 95, 96. So this is so here we have disc 97, disc 98, disc 99, and what is possibly a butcher's meat hook. That's what it looks like, if I'm honest, but it's a nasty piece to be finding inside the canal. Definitely shouldn't be finding that in the canal. But here we go. Yeah, look at that confetti, people. We've got the confetti there, because not only did we find a squirrel's dumbbell, it's a nut and bolt really, but you know, it looks good as a squirrel's dumbbell. We find disc 100. So we get out the confetti for that. So the next cast, obviously we found something, looks like a rope of some sort that's attached via these discs, but we've got disc 101, a small clump, disc 102, disc 103, and disc 104. Excuse me, I had a little hiccup there as I was talking about these bloody discs. A small clump, small family in the background asking me questions about what I was doing. And the little lad seemed rather excited, wanted to have a go, but his parents said no. But yes, this is a small bolt and a small clump and a small piece of pipe. This one, which I'm pulling out now, is some kind of electrical device. I couldn't tell you what it's from. There's an on-off switch and a small piece of wiring, and then we have an I-shaped, the letter I-shaped piece of metal. Yeah, and we haven't had any for at least 40 seconds. So here we go. There's disc 105 and disc 106. So the next one, which you're not going to believe it, contains another disc, but we have got a large bolt or nail. I couldn't tell you. Then we have disc 107, and then we have a large nail. And again, what have we got here? Piece of pipe. Definitely a piece of pipe because that's hollow. Then we've got disc 108, disc 109, and the top of a hinge, I could only think. That's the only thing that came to mind. If you think differently, let me know. So here we go. We're getting near the end now, people. But yeah, there's disc 110. That's 110. Maybe I've emptied the river of discs. Hold on a minute. No, I haven't. There's disc 111. And what did we find next? A fork. That is about it. A fork. Second one of the day, I think, if I can recall rightly. Let's see. We had a bar of some sort and some shards. So as you watch, we have some kind of T-bar. I don't know, is it part of a key for the lock? I don't know. And some very rusty fused together chain links. But yes, people, I would, as you watch my last cast, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Please also share it with your family and friends so that we can bore them to death with the word disc. Plus, if anybody knows what these 111 discs are from, then you gotta please shout up, because I haven't got a clue. This was my last cast, and as you can see, there's a small flimsy bar, which I think is actually from a barrel, a Cooper barrel, one of those, and then what looks like part of a handlebar, to be honest, of something. But yeah, here's a picture of some of the 111, so you can see the shape and the sizes that they came in. But thanks again, and yeah, my name has been Tony. This has been my Iron Tonic. Till next time, peace out.